Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. For me, it's about 7:50 in the morning. I usually do these videos a little bit after I get to work in the morning. I've been here since about 7, so that's where I'm at. Some of you are just waking up. Some of you won't be up for a while yet. So lucky you, lucky you. Okay, let's get into this. Again, I'm Mr. Short. This is Eureka Math Squared. Fourth grade, Module 4, Lesson 15. We're on pages 91 and 90. Yep, there's something on 92 today, so we're going to get that one done also. All right, we're still focusing on fractions. Remember, if this is helping you out, help me out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. All right, represent the pair of fractions with the tape diagram. Okay, we're looking for greater than, less than, or equal to again. So we have 4/8 and we have 2/3. Now, what do we know about 4/8 right away? 4/8 is worth how much? We're going to draw it out, but I want you to think about that. How much is 4/8 worth? We got to start knowing these right away. Right away. It makes it a lot easier. All right? But we'll do our 4/8 first. So we need 8 spaces. We already have 1 space. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I messed up down there. Hold on. My bad. I was making thirds. I was thinking of the next one. Okay, so they got this nice mark here, which is half. And we know we need 8. So we need 4 over here and 4 over here. I don't know what I was thinking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we want 4 of those shaded in. Hopefully those of you are yelling at the screen at home saying, Mr. Short, it's half. 4/8 is half. You're right. 4/8 is half. Okay? I keep touching these buttons out of nowhere, and I don't mean to. All right, let's look at the next one. We need 2/3, so we need this to be 3 pieces. We already have 1 piece. So there's 2 pieces. There's 3 pieces. And shade these in. So if we look, our half comes right down right where the middle of that is. So 2/3 is greater. So 4/8 is less than 2/3. Next one, they show a number line. They want to see 4/5 and 8/10. I'm not going to draw this out, but I'm going to kind of get you going down the path. And I want you to look at the bottom, the denominators on these. Let me zoom in a bit. There we go. Look at the denominators on these. Okay. 10 and 5. Can we get this 5 to make it a 10? What do you have to do to 5 to get to 10? You multiply it by 2. So we multiply the bottom by 2. We have to multiply the top by 2. That's going to give us 8. Oh, look at that. 4 times 2 is 8. We got our thing, and then 8 over to here. So it is equal to. So draw out your spaces here still, right? You can do your 10ths on the bottom, do your 8ths on the top, or your 5ths on the top, and then you're going to land at the same dot for both of them. All right. Here we go again. Look at the bottom. I'm going to zoom out a tiny bit. That looks like it's a little blurry. All right, that looks better. All right, we have 2/5 and 4/8. Well, there's that 4/8 again. What do we know about 4/8? 4/8 is also what? 4/8 is also half. So here's a question I'd like to ask my class. What is half of 5? It's not 2 because 2 plus 2 is 4. It's not 3 because 3 plus 3 is 6. So it's 2.5 would be half of 5, which means this is less than half because 2 plus 2 is 4, right? So that would not equal 5, so it means it's not half. That means we can go ahead and say that 4/8, 2/5 is less than 4/8 because this is half. This is less than half of the number. Remember that. Sometimes that's a little sneaky way to help you out. Oh, let's see if we can focus this thing today. Is that better? Oh, what's going on here? I feel like it's a little blurry today. Maybe it's just my eyes are tired. All right, and over here, 3/4 and 6/10. That one's on you to figure out. All right. That one you might need to draw because you got a 4 here and a 10 here. There's not many good numbers they go into for common denominator. You're going to have to make that 20 if you want. Make it, you know what? Let's do that one together because it's something we don't work on enough. Finding the common denominator. When you guys, I just got done talking with a fifth grade teacher today, one of my buddies in the building, and he's like, "Hey, man, finding that common denominator is something they really need to know." So let's do that real quick. So 4 cannot turn into 10. 10 can't turn into 4. So we need to find the next number they can both turn into. Well, 10 can only turn into a number with a 0, right? A 0. So the next 10 with a 0 would be 20. And luckily, 4 can also go into 20. So let's break this down real quick. So we're going to change 10 to 20. What do we multiply 10 by to get to 20? We multiply 10 by 2 to get to 20. So if this is 2, this is 2. So then we're going to multiply 6 times 2. What is 6 times 2? 6 times 2 is 12. Line there. All right, another line here. All right, so now we need to get 4 to 20. What do you multiply 4 by to get to 20? You multiply it by 5. That's right, 20. So then you also need to multiply the top by 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. So look at that. Same bottom. Now which has more pieces? More pieces wins. So 3/4 is greater than 6/10 by finding the common denominator. Okay. Multiplication chart's the best way to work on this one. Usually there's other numbers, but usually if we're going to multiply, because we could have done 40, because we could have said 4 times 10 to get 40, and then we could have said 10 times 40 to get 40. We could have done it that way. 20 was right there too. The 40, using 40 would have also worked. I just did it a little bit different because it was just the first 10 we jumped to and multiplied by smaller numbers. All right, let's look at the back. Write 2 different equations to show 8/6 decomposed as the sum of fractions. Draw a model to justify one of your answers. All they want you to show is how to put 2 different 6, so over 6, over 6, over 6, over 6. Just have the tops add up to 8 a different way. What plus what equals 8, and don't use the same one down here. Or you can flip it at the bottom. It doesn't matter. All right, do that. Draw a picture to go with that. I'm not doing that one for you. I did enough for you today. I need you guys to make sure you know this. All right, that's it for me. Eureka Math Squared, 4th grade, Module 4, Lesson 15. I'm Mr. Short. Enjoy your evening.